it's the ArtzDeeva, and welcome to the first ArtzDeeva vlog. Now, this one is being made under less than happy circumstances, but it's something I need to address, especially since I'm going to be putting more content on this channel now. This has to do with something that happened to me in the summer quarter and that I'm still dealing with right now. And that is one of the biggest banes of any artist's existence, which is carpal tunnel syndrome. Now, artists of all kinds deal with different kinds of problems: tendinitis, RSI, tennis elbow, and I've experienced tendinitis over the past couple of years on and off throughout my life because I've done a lot of writing, handwriting, which is not good, and also I've done a lot of drawing, and I've learned over the years what kind of limits I have, and I've done my best to, go back on those, but this summer provided a very interesting kind of deal with my first experience with carpal tunnel syndrome. So this summer I was taking just one class at my local community college here in Omaha. It's project development. We were all working on one project. It's like something you would take when you're close to graduating towards your degree. And so my project was going to be an animated teaser for one of the concepts I've been working on for a while that I've posted lots on this channel about, my chest concept. I was really excited because I really wanted to make something that was complete and awesome and could show just how much I've grown and how much I've accomplished with this concept, and just kind of also a bit of a peek of where I'm going to go with it now that I'm getting a better idea of what it's all about and a stronger artistic sense. But at the same time, while taking that class and spending lots of hours working on a sketchbook and working on pencil tests and animation, I was also working a warehouse job. I'd worked there before, last year, during Christmas season and everything. It's a good job, but it's very physically demanding, and so last summer when I was working, I wasn't taking a class, so even though that was a lot of, physical exertion on these poor hands, there wasn't anything else I was doing that could possibly exacerbate it. But this summer, I was working very hard and studying and animating very hard, and I thought I could do both. I'm such an idiot with that kind of stuff, but I thought I could do both, and now I'm paying the ultimate price for it. When I was diagnosed with carpal tunnel, because I did go to the doctor for this, I was honestly very distraught because, drawing and animating is one of the favorite things I love to do, and it's what I want to do. Steps that I ended up taking just to pass on to any other artists who are going through tendinitis, RSI, or carpal tunnel, or any other affliction of the hands is, for one, I'm actually taking physical therapy now, which I would highly recommend, especially in cases where the pain is really getting too much or the painkillers aren't quite working. And I've been learning lots of stretches. You'll see artists will tell you to bend the fingers back, bend them forward, and just all kinds of other stretches and stuff like that. But I'm also getting into some standing yoga positions. They're really, really good for the whole body, but they really help relax, because the big thing you want to focus on with helping take care of your hands is relaxing and then gently stretching all of the muscles and nerves in there. Another thing that I've been doing that I also highly encourage is a lot of icing and resting. Icing really helps with the inflammation. Be sure you don't do too much, otherwise your wrist will get kind of stiff with movement, which mine did because I iced for too many sessions. It was honestly the only thing that felt good because, you could try doing heat, and if heat works for you, then that's great. It's just never really worked with any physical pain things I've worked with in the past. A lot of rest helps too. Never underestimate the power of decent sleep, because sleep really helps heal the whole body, especially parts that are in pain, healing, have lots of inflammation, all that kind of stuff. So get a lot of good rest. It really does wonders for whatever it is you've got going on. Painkillers, obviously, I've been taking ibuprofen, just usually 3 or 4 when it gets bad. I'm trying to wean myself off of it right now because I think I'm starting to get to a point where maybe I can start working more on, just physical therapy and stretch stuff to feel better. If anything, they bring down the inflammation, which is always good. And another thing personally that I've been doing, I know not everybody has this kind of thing lying around the house, but I actually have a bow staff, which is a martial arts weapon. It's just a big stick, PVC pipe surrounded with foam. I've actually been using that for a lot of my stretching and just relaxing the muscles, like holding positions while holding the bow staff. It's just been amazing. And honestly, I think it's saved my arms and wrists from a lot more pain. And the other thing is to just take care of, positive mental attitude, because if you're an artist and you're knocked out with carpal tunnel, RSI, any of that stuff, you're obviously going to feel very, very down, very depressed, very just, I can't do anything and I can't express myself. So what I've often done is I've watched a lot of TED Talks, because they're my jam. I also watched a lot of sketchbook tour videos and lots of art tutorials, because just because you're out for the count and can't draw doesn't mean you can't learn or absorb or take a look at what other people have been doing to inspire you. You can also do what I've done as well is I've got a lot of concepts brewing in my head, okay? And normally I would type out, info dumps, as I call them, in Word documents, but obviously I'm still working my way towards typing because that's still painful. So what I would do is I would just sit in front of the webcam like this, and I would just ramble some of the ideas I had for characters, plot points, the overall concept, just to get it out of my head and into something so that I can listen back later, and then when I'm feeling better I can go off of that and maybe transcribe it onto Word documents or even listen to it for inspiration while I'm drawing. And another thing I've been doing is I've been keeping a list of all the things that I'll be working on once I'm completely better with this carpal tunnel. I think I've got 43 ideas right now. I've been building up a lot of ideas. I've had a lot more time on my hands than I care to have. But yeah, just keep a list of ideas of the things you want to draw or do once you feel better. For example, I want to start working more on comic art. I want to get better with hands, because I love hands, but I'm terrible at drawing with them. Just whatever ideas you have to drawing different things or working on specific projects, just keep a list of all of the ideas and things that come to mind so that once you're ready, you can hit the ground running with drawing whatever it is you want, if it's fan art or your personal projects, stuff like that. It's honestly filled me with a lot of excitement. It makes me feel a lot better, when I'm just having to rest back, knowing that I've got this whole queue of ideas and things waiting for me, and I can look back at that list to, inspire me and maybe even give me more ideas. But otherwise, yeah, just while you're in this state, it's very important to still stay happy somehow, to feed yourself with things that fill your soul with joy, warmth, and inspiration. Personally, I just want to say, if anyone here watching this is suffering through similar problems as I have with tendinitis, carpal tunnel, RSI, any of that kind of stuff, just know you are not alone. I totally know how it feels like, and I know the frustration and the pain and the numbness and everything like that, but if you take the right steps and if you take care of yourself, this is very important to take care of yourself, you will be okay, and you will get through this. In fact, like I said, the physical therapy has been doing just immense wonders, and I feel like I'm starting to get immensely better compared to even the beginning of this month, because the beginning of this month was just really, really awful. And you know what? I got through that summer quarter class, and I do not have a complete chest teaser, unfortunately, because the carpal tunnel coincided with the project. But I did put up a mid-progress video, which I'll link down in the description, but I put that out, and you know what? I'm still very proud of what I was able to accomplish before and even during getting carpal tunnel syndrome, because it was still a lot of work. I had so much fun. I learned so much about my concept and about drawing and getting better animations, and even just, fully pursuing my visions of what I want my projects to be like. And so even with what I have, I'm still very happy, and I will finish it. because I want to see a finished teaser myself. That's just kind of a hopeful thing to think about. Just even when you get better, all of those things are still waiting for you. They're not going away. You can still get back in the game. You can still work on your projects. You can just get back to a state where you're creating again. Just kind of the best thing ever. Just the important thing with this is your hands are your livelihood. So protect them, take care of them, and do lots of good work when you feel better. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. If you've suffered RSI, carpal tunnel, or any of those kinds of things, comment down below and maybe even leave your own suggestions of how to get better or what you've done to help alleviate the pain. But otherwise, I shall see you in later videos. ArtzDeeva over and out!